Rolling. Guys, so we've got the mezcal, and I told you before, we're gonna do a drink segments in between, and we're about to go outside in the sun and deal with these dogs. Now, you're gonna see her first reaction to this awful tequila. This tastes like, I'm gonna let you tell you what it tastes like. It's a $90 bottle of asshole. Yeah.
Yep, same thing.
All right, well, you know, cheers, right?
And then I'm gonna build it out. You can't fake that.
You took a whole shit. You took a whole, man. You just have to take a sip. Just to taste it. You take the whole thing. I saw how much he poured too, so I'm like, man, because he got that heavy hand.
Hey,
he got that heavy hand.
Like
he's
smoke or something.
Yeah, it don't. Yeah.
So you can tell. I made this thing yesterday, bro. This thing was full.
It ain't full now.
Nah.
Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah, see, it's the back.
It gets worse. It gets worse. Yeah. The initial wasn't too bad, and then you're like, okay, and then it's like a.
No, that aftertaste is terrible.
Like you said, a smoky kind of gas taste.
It's like you drinking a fire. Imagine being over fire and you just got smoked out in all the wrong ways. and you turn around and then take a shot in the middle of being smoked out, and your throat's burning. That's what this is like.
Ooh, that's gross.
Would you ever recommend this to somebody?
I mean, if I didn't like them.
So now we gonna add one component at a time. Now Jamarcus said, "Look, I got a heavy hand all day."
Yeah. Look at you. One heavy hand.
Now I'm gonna slowly build this out. Try this now.
Man, I don't.
You scared to now? Look, you know, like you hurt yourself. You said, "Boy, I ain't doing that again."
You want me to do what?
And it's too hot.
I'm gonna sip this.
Exactly.
I told you, man. You said that. I teach you how to taste.
But look, his face had changed. Look, his face.
It's a little different.
See, look, that's different.
Yeah, that's not.
It's way more approachable.
Yeah, that didn't have that that kick behind it.
Yeah. So
what is that?
That's honey simple syrup.
Yeah. So Jamarcus made a honey simple syrup, and you keep adding these components. Now Jamarcus is the drink master. I just understand flavors and how it's supposed to work. And every time you add something to it, see that face continue to, this is getting better and better.
That aftertaste is not as prominent anymore.
You can drink that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wish we'd have had that first. That's still.
But you can taste the changes as you start removing
That bullshit.
Hey, that crap people. that's a bull crap. And then the last thing we do is we add a little tahini to it.
Get a kick.
Yeah.
Light little tap. There you go. That's good. Yeah. I'm watching all this. I'm like, bro, these measurements is all love, but I mean, it's getting the point across.
We should let Jamarcus do it. We should let Jamarcus do it.
Just drop all this tahini in there. It's not supposed to be on the rim.
It's good in the drink. It's good in the drink.
It is good in the drink. I'll give him that. You could actually probably shake that in there if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Just drop a pinch in there. It's all you have to do.
It gets better and better. It gets consumable.
Yeah, that.
Now it tastes like a cocktail.
Yeah, that straight is terrible.
That shit, I don't even know what.
You said it's a $90. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
That shit gave me a headache.
Now, I didn't know that there were different forms of tequila people. I've not been a drinker for real. And I've got friends, I mean, shit, Jamarcus, he's a drunk. No, he used to be a bartender. He's got, what, 10, 15 years experience?
15 years, man.
15 years experience, so he understands the importance of making sure people enjoy themselves, especially if they're coming to high-end restaurants. He's worked at Frisco's, so he knows how to make sure that the flavors are there. And him and I had a conversation years ago about being a bartender, and technically it's like having your own business. And in having your own business, people don't come back just for a drink. You can eat a drink anywhere. They come back to see their person. And in this case, Jamarcus was one of the guys that people at Del Frisco's here in Texas, Legacy, when he used to work there, people come back to. People come back and see. And, you know, he's told me he's literally giving people recipes, and he said it just doesn't taste the same. It'd be like somebody trying to cook one of my meals. It won't taste the same. I assure you that. And even doing the workouts, there's a certain energy that certain people bring to your life, and you can't replicate that. That's it. You think you can at times, but you get there and you're like, oh, this don't feel the same. And literally, you go in there and there's a reason why. And I'm saying this to say, because even Stan drives 99 miles from where he's at once a week just to come and hang out, do dog stuff, shoot, edit, eat, help us. We help him. And it's an exchange of energy that he needs at least once a week to feel like he's actually continuing to progress. And mind you, there's no rule stipulations. Stan has his own business. He makes good money. He does. If it was up to me, he don't need me for nothing. But again, there are certain things you can't replicate in life. And if you find good people, normally you cling to them, especially if you can learn with them and grow with them. And technically, we've all grown over the past couple years, to be clear. And we're going to continue to do so. So,
$100 million.
there you go. So we've got him. He's going to be at Beasts of the East. In this episode, we're going to walk you through the things that Chris Moore will be looking for and the opportunity you and your dog will have at the Beasts of the East. He's going to be there judging Beasts on the leash. And in the leash, your dog will be asked to sit, heel, stay, and potentially even do some bite work. He has some comrades that have come out in case your bullies can't work. He's got some comrades that are going to drive up, about 8 hours?
Yeah, they're in Birmingham, Alabama.
What's their names? You go and give him a shout out, man.
Jansen, Jansen Graham, and then K9 Genie, Jaquan. They're both going to come out with Broly, and I forget his female's name.
Oh, Broly like Goku?
Yeah. That's the dog that busted my head open right here on that wall.
He got a little.
You're going to have to get bit one time.
Never. You heard him say $100 million. As anybody bite me, they gonna get fired. So it is imperative that I stay like the rest of the wise men. We stay back and we move puzzle pieces. So when you go do this, you go do this, and I'll do the rest.
But he's probably one of the best probably one of the best dogs I've ever worked. He has that intense desire to he wants to hurt you, but it's like controlled hurt. Like he's a good dog, and then when he's not doing bite work, he chills.
Okay. And that being said, Chris doesn't know. Chris wanted me to encourage Stan to bring Rocco, but I think we're all gonna fly on the same plane. So the goal is, he's not gonna be able to come. So I said, Stan, if you know anybody that can get up to the East Coast during this in November, it's in November 4th. They've already got the venue. He called me and said, Trev, I've given her the money. It is set in stone. I said, well, Chris, I got you. I will be there, my man. We will all be there to ensure this event moves as successful as it can be. So.
And he said he wanted bully style dogs, not a Malinois. So.
Yeah. I think it'd be good though if he does have anybody has shepherds or Mals to show the extreme in terms of how much control is there. Malinois don't have prey drive. They have people drive. So their pleasing comes from pleasing their owner, and then they get into a psychotic state of I'm pleasing my owner. I gotta do this. Whereas a pit bull or terrier style dog, it's like Mike Tyson. If it wants to hurt you, it no longer needs once you give it permission. One of my favorite movies is The Equalizer. And in that scene where his the first one, he says, hey, did he get what he wanted? She said, he didn't come here for it. He came here for permission. And in his permission, he's about to go give you a chance. And then he's going to send you to hell. That's what he's going to do. That's it. She's like, and he didn't say goodbye or nothing. He just the bully's a pit bull type dog, because if you he might look like.
Yeah, they're more independent. They weren't listening to somebody telling them how to be in that pit. They were just surviving. Versus shepherds were being told where to push the animals, where to do this, when to do this, when not to do things. But the pit bull was saying, hey, go get that hog and come back.
You know what? I'll tell you this. I saw a story the other day of a 75-year-old guy who won a 100-mile race. I don't know if you've seen this story. But in him winning, they said he was racing against these young people, and he kept running for 3 days straight. And they said that he had a light trot, but he never stopped. They said, how did you do this? He said there would be a storm coming, and we had 2,000 acres and over 200 sheep, and I would have to run for 2 days to round up all these sheep. So where these people would take naps and breaks, this is him for 3 days straight. And he won. I will see if I can find the story. He won a 100-mile race with people who were way younger than him because he never stopped.
Slow and steady wins the race.
I'm trying.
It's not a fable, right?
That right there. When I saw that, I said, "No, that's That's the level of focus that 75, 9 out of 10, 20-year-olds, they were there. they don't have, and it's a very fascinating story for people like me, because I'm always inspired by people who keep going and keep going. So we're gonna get out here, do a few things with the dogs, things that you should be prepared for, and things that we'll be looking for. Again, Stans.
Can I come to the dog show too?
Yeah, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. I just know Jamal jumped real quick. Hey, where y'all headed? Chris, and I mind you, Chris. What I love about Chris is he's embraced our community, the people that I work with, and I didn't know that he was going to ask that. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, he just called out the blue.
Yeah, and then he called me and says, "Yo, I just talked to Stan." He was like, I told him I need him to judge, and if he can't bring some dogs out, he respects Stan's work. And then,
is that the one you posted on your page? Or is it a different one?
which one?
There's an event?
Yeah, he said, only thing, look, I don't even promote or post no events. So if I post an event, it's happening.
That's great.
And you actually gonna be there.
Fit Bully's channel people are writing me in my DM and writing offer. We're going there, and now I'm like, that's crazy. Like they're like, man, I'm not gonna get a response from him, but maybe
Because they know he ain't gonna.
And you know what's funny is Hunter sent it to me, like he was like, yo, who these? Like they got Fit Bully TV in the flyer. Like, you know these people? I said, my man, that's Chris and Gina. Oh, okay. We literally helped them move their whole fence with 3 trucks with your assistance and turn it into an episode. Yes, I'll be there and I'll be shooting the whole thing. So, like I said, very few people can get me to do anything, let alone in terms of a show. And this is probably the one time you can come, you can ask questions, you can harass me. I went to the last show. Yeah, well, at this moment in time, we might work an angle in there here soon. The last show, a dude says I had a hoodie on and I pulled my thing down, and I was sitting there. He said, hey man, I think I know you from somewhere. And I said, nah man, you don't know me. That's my famous line. Nah, you don't know me. And he said, yeah, I think so, man. I said, Jesus Christ. And so it was so funny, as a big old white dude. He pulls up and he's, well, since I got you here, he was in my ear for the rest of the episode. Now, shout out to my homie. Now, mind you, can't remember his name. I gotta be honest with you. But he was a cool dude. And anywho, we're gonna show you perspective, and we're gonna start shooting some fun stuff about Beast of the East, Beast of the Leash. He's got some special judges coming. My job is to shoot everything. Jamarcus and I, and there will be 3 other teams there that are shooting quite like some good stuff, and I believe one of them, from my understanding, even shoots and works with Netflix. That stuff never means nothing to me. Respectfully, just because I've seen so many people shoot stuff, and before the hour of the show, I will have something up when we're gonna drop it to everybody's phone. We're gonna stop it in the middle. I'm gonna press one button and give y'all all the video so y'all can share in the actual moment. I did this at the ABKC National with Fred Durant. I did it with Blue when he won his first award. People could not believe that I was dropping almost 5 to 7 videos while a real live event was going on high end.
It's facts. I still got videos from people that from months ago. And anytime we shoot stuff with Trevor, it's same day. And like you said, same hour sometimes.
So I'm excited to be able to push my limits, and no one's ever done this before, where you shoot the beginning of a show and say pause. Well, we're in control now. I sit with the controller like the Wizard of Oz. I say, hey, tell everybody to stop what they're doing. I'm gonna airdrop and send it to everybody. Everybody posted hashtag Beast of the East. Now we're trending. You've never seen that done in a show before. And I guarantee you it's not gonna happen. Not like this. No time soon. So stay tuned, keep taking care of your dog. Stan's gonna teach us how to do some things if you wanna win. I don't know what the prizes are, so I can't promote that. But there might be some prizes, might be some trophies, might be some money. But it's gonna be a good time with family, friends, and dogs. All right, guys, we are going outside with Rocco, who's been on national television, so like that. So a couple things that Chris and Stan, go ahead and tell them what you look for when you are actually judging dog training or trainers. Let me get back here real quick.
In the shade.
Yeah, just for the purpose of the camera not getting too hot too fast.
So one thing I look for is how interested the dog is into the handler. Are they afraid? Are they doing it because they're scared to get corrected, or do they really want to be there with the owner? the tone of voice the person uses. Are they having to scream at their dog to pay attention?
That's a good one.
Can they just talk to the dog? And then I want to look if distractions, how much he's paying attention, because there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So there's going to be people, probably music going on. Is that dog still in tune with that handler? Because that's going to be most important. So there's going to be an obedience pattern where they're going to make a left turn, a right turn, an about turn, and that dog needs to be in the proper position. So you take a couple of steps, you gauge where the dog is at, and then if they're slow on the turn, or if they start lagging, or if they're dropping their head, anything like that are going to be what we're looking for.
Now, mind you, people, what I like too is that Marcus is put on his whole body, this little suit right here, and Rocco's not paying no mind. Which, off top, if I'm judging, I'm looking at, like Stan does, all these little things, because until he gives Rocco direction, which is like in life, we all need a little direction, including me. And I ask Stan about it, so I call him just like he calls me different times. Hey, man. Hey, man. Oh. Bro, I still got to put that down. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do me like that, bro. But even when you're looking at this, you go, that's how I need my dog to be, because he knows what this is. Rocco knows beyond a reasonable doubt. If he saw trying to someone else working, he'd turn up.
Oh, yeah, cool.
But
he like, we ain't doing nothing, Daddy ain't talking to me yet.
Yeah, and that right there is building that line of communication, which I've talked about many times. And so Rocco understands that unless father, pops, dad, my owner, handler asks me to pay attention, focus, dial it in, we're good. He's marking everything right now, boy. You on a mission.
And that's one reason why he is retired.
He done now. He's about 9 years old, and I tell you one thing, I do know that Chris really enjoyed Rocco and you guys'.
Yeah, when we went out there that day?
I said, hey, come on out here to Chris's, and Chris was like, yo, that's crazy. Him and that dog, they are bonded, man. He said that owner handler. He said that's nuts, man. That's nuts. Hey, buddy. All right, man, let's get it going. So right now, what he's about to put you through is a sequence. That sequence is very simple. You're going, hey, look, this is what I'm looking for. Go ahead and get him into a heel, send him, bring him back, and then have him guard. My God, bro. And again, Rocco's an old joker, man. He's tired, but he looked up. And what's Stan doing right now?
No! Heel!
He gotta give me a little taste.
I gotta let him know you're there. Heel.
And mind you, people, it's hot. It's hot.
Heel.
And see that right there? He just dialed him in. Literally dialed him in. You see, and this is a pit bull that Stan paid $150 for. This is a $150 pit bull that just loves Stan. Period.
Yes. Come back this second time. Heel.
And mind you, he's walking, passing the his chew toy. It's a live chew toy. And now, what you about to do now? Send him?
Yeah.
All right. That's a 9-year-old dog. Get too busy. That's a good dog right there, people.
So look at his grip. There we go. Now you can swing him around and all.
Boy,
Now you can
He got that funny bone.
that's that Rocco fight now.
boy. Yes. All right. Rocco, out. Heel. Yes, I can.
Walking past him again, people. I should do this. I could commentate on the show. I could commentate. This might be the next thing. We got to find some commentation.
Try to make him miss. All right.
Rocco's a hot dog. Gonna make miss too.
Eat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my boy. That's my boy. Come on. I know you're tired. Come on.
They just bit him in the back. Imagine a dog biting your back. Boy, that would suck.
Oh man, thank you. Oh man. Oh man. Oh my God.
Oh man, this right here, people. I enjoy this right here. But not even the biting. It's really just watching the dog and the owner be entertained.
Guard.
And when he says guard, what that means, the dog's looking. Now, see Jamarcus move. And once he moves, and it's got to be a sharp move objectively, the dog is allowed to re-engage. So sometimes they'll say guard. The guy will come back up,
Heel.
shake the guy's hand. meaning he would have shook Jamarcus's hand, especially in a guard situation where the guy should be pretty still.
We'll do a call out, so you should be able to stop your dog before he gets there. So I'm gonna give him one command, and he should come back.
And mind you, it's hot. Rocco already did a lot for us. He already got over a fence a couple times. Jesus, jump up, kiss him in the face.
Eat! Rocco, whoa! Oh,
And now, mind you, people, practice makes perfect. Rocco's been out of practice. Stan, you don't even work Rocco no more.
Huh?
You don't even work him no more.
Nah, I don't even remember the last time you even had a bite. Probably the last time we came out here.
Yeah, and that was two weeks ago.
Eat! Whoa!
That right there is what you want to see.
You know what you're supposed to do.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So you got to see firsthand. Normally a dog will run past or stop and turn right back around. Imagine somebody pushing that dog, chewing on that collarbone.
Come on, get him off me, please. Come on, Rocco, out! Say I gotta get a final shake in there and let him know I was there. Heel. Yes, my boy.
Good stuff, people. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Good stuff, Rocco. It's hot, man.
We're gonna put him inside, let him cool down.
This ain't about the show. It's about promoting something bigger than the beast of the leash. My job is to make it look like it's way bigger than it is. And it might be 500 people there. Biggest bully show currently is maybe had 93 dogs. It used to be 300-400 dogs back in the day. 93 dogs over five. They have what, 4 shows in the show. It's the same dogs. You get tired of looking at them. I want to see an opportunity for the dogs to, be challenged even. So, at anywho, people will be at Beast of the East. Bring your beast if it's good on a leash. If it's as good as Rocco, we will test that as well. Chris has given us parameters, meaning like, hey, how far you want to take this thing? What all do you want to do? I said, what can be done? We're going to see how much we can bring to the table, type of dogs we can bring, and just opportunities to better the dogs. So I'm excited. I'm glad Stan's going to be there as well. And judging.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, and for them, it's all he's behind the camera. The content's going to be OD then.
Yeah, I called him up and said, hey, did y'all pick your flight already? Because I want to be there from everything. I want to get all of the footage.
He don't want to miss a thing, man. And to keep in mind, as I told them, I'm going to get 10 videos of Chris. I love getting within Chris and me on camera. It's crack. Because he knows a lot. And he's like, well, he come down and says, what we shooting today? He gets into his groove when I get there and start fussing. So, Beast on the Leash. We're going to be out in Virginia. All 3 of us, my Jamarcus, and look like Jamal's coming too.
What specific area in Virginia?
I have I'll post a link. I literally have the link. He sent me everything. Tickets. You want to buy a ticket now. You want to get out there, know the exact address, the venue. It's all going to be in the link. I have it all. And the address. So I'll let him know at some point in time. I ain't got my phone on me. I literally don't got nothing on me, people. Anywho, thank you so much for putting Rocco on display, giving them something to set a goal for. Guys, that was how much? $150, right?
Yeah.
Rocco's $150. Which shows you that the highest form of communicating with your dog is simply love. And you didn't even start training until he was what?
2 years old.
2 years old. 2 years old is when him and Rocco, after $150, some of y'all buying 3. I have 2. I've got $8,000, $10,000. I got dogs that are real expensive. And unfortunately, they're stupid. That's the truth. My best dog was Coco. She died and lived till she was 14. I repeat, she was with the Indian family from Calcutta, Dr. Suman Kambadi, people in Kansas that never owned a pit bull, and they loved this dog with their whole heart. And my nana, my grandpa, I forgot that my grandpa at 80-something kept her when she was pregnant. I had nowhere to go when my dog was pregnant one time, and my grandpa kept her. I said, Grandpa, what you been over here doing? Oh, me and Coco, we run around, eat chicken at night. What? Not knowing that chicken probably is why them 10 puppies were so doggone healthy. Again, didn't know half the stuff I know now. So when he says $150, I bought Adonis for $350. I bought a dog named Drake for $500. I had Athena for $350, and I bought a dog that my buddy couldn't keep, Terry, and he had to bring it back. His name was Atlas. Long story short, Coco was the one dog out of all those dogs I sold before I moved to Arizona before turning 21. I said, look, you got to figure it out. And get this. There's a dude named Ryan in Olathe who I left Coco with. I was like, yo, nobody can manage it. And he was a breeder And he had mad dogs at the house. He had a 4-year-old daughter. I remember her being this big. She's grown now. But I remember her being this big, and he called me and he said, Trev, I was so nervous. My daughter grabbed Coco's ears, because I didn't crop her ears, and was yanking on her. And he said, she didn't do nothing but lick her. He said, this dog is crazy nuts. My mom had to ship Coco to me at 4 in the morning because in Arizona, once it hits 100 degrees, it's 100 degrees. And it was one morning where I was able to get her sent to me. And then get this, I'm in Arizona. I'm gonna tell you this whole story one day. It's a whole thing.
We ain't even heard this one yet. It's an exclusive.
Yeah. I get put out. This a whole thing, bro. It's a whole thing. Point is this: $150, best dog I ever had. That's the only dog I couldn't get rid of. And some of those dogs had UKC paperwork. Coco's not leaving. I'm like, she can't go. I'm sorry. We gotta figure this one out. And Ryan kept her. So many people held on to her, and even still, she died in great hands just 3 months ago. I had her before I turned 21. 35 now, people. Stay tuned, take care of your dogs. Beasts in the East, this guy's Judge Beasts on a Leash. Anything you want to add to that?
Hey, take care of your dog.
That's it, people.